Stop chasing who you were and let who you are breathe. There comes a time, especially after 40, when trying to get back to who you used to be starts to feel like wearing clothes that no longer fit. Tight in the wrong places, nostalgic but impractical. You may look back at a younger, bolder, more energetic version of yourself and think, I need to get her back. I was doing better then. But the truth is, you didn't lose her. You evolved from her. Your soul doesn't move backward. Trying to recreate an old version of yourself is like trying to re-enter a house that's already been demolished. It served its purpose, and now you're meant to build something new. The real freedom comes not from becoming who you were, but from giving who you are now the space to fully exist. Let yourself breathe, not as a comeback story, but as a brand new chapter that doesn't need to justify its softness, its slowness, or its shift in priorities. You don't need to go back. You just need to be here fully. All right, let's dive in. We'd love it if you could subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Stop saying yes when your nervous system screams no. You've probably said yes out of politeness more times than you can count. Yes to gatherings you didn't want to attend. Yes to helping when you were already depleted. Yes to keeping peace while setting yourself on fire. But here's the thing, your nervous system always knows. It contracts. It whispers don't even as your mouth says sure. Every time you override that internal alarm, you tell your body it doesn't matter. You teach your intuition that it will be ignored. And over time, you stop trusting yourself, not because you're broken, but because you keep betraying your own signals. Saying no doesn't make you selfish. It makes you sovereign. Your peace is not a luxury item. It's a biological need. And the people who truly love you won't punish you for protecting it. You don't need to say yes to stay loved. You need to say yes to yourself even if it sounds like no to someone else. Stop measuring peace with other people's rulers. Some people find peace in a full social calendar. Some in a quiet afternoon with no plans. Some in chaos, some in control. So why do you keep judging your peace by standards that were never made for you? You've spent decades chasing the right rhythm. The one that looks successful, balanced, admirable. But peace isn't a performance. It's not a checklist you earn by playing the part. It's a frequency, and it's tuned differently for everyone. Just because you don't wake up at 5 a.m. and run 10 miles doesn't mean you lack discipline. Just because you cancel plans to stay home doesn't mean you're antisocial. Just because you need stillness doesn't mean you're falling behind. The only ruler that matters now is the one you design. And it's allowed to measure joy, ease, silence, and slow mornings. Let peace be personal. Let it be sacred. Let it be yours. Stop trying to be understood by people who chose to misunderstand you. Not everyone is meant to get you. Some people aren't even trying to. They've built a version of you in their head. A version that serves their narrative, their comfort, their control. And no matter how carefully you explain, they hear what confirms what they already believe. You could write a novel's worth of context, but if someone is committed to misunderstanding you, they'll skip straight to the sentence that offends them. Your energy is precious. Stop spending it on debates you didn't sign up for. Stop rewriting yourself in simpler fonts just to make others feel smart. You don't need to be explained to be valid. You don't need to be understood to be real. Truth doesn't need a translator. It just needs a quiet place to stand. Protect your energy by letting misperceptions pass by like weather. Because people who are willing to meet you in your truth, they'll listen without a script. Stop earning rest like it's a paycheck. You don't need to prove you're exhausted before you're allowed to rest. You don't have to earn your right to pause like it's some end-of-week bonus. Rest is not a reward. It's not something you buy with productivity. It's your birthright. Many of us grew up believing that rest only comes after you've done enough. That naps are lazy. That slowing down means you're falling behind. But the truth is, your soul doesn't function on hustle. It thrives in rhythm. And rhythm means knowing when to stop just as much as knowing when to act. Think about nature. The moon doesn't shine every night. Trees shed. Tides pull back. Why should you be any different? You're allowed to rest just because you exist. You're allowed to feel tired even if others seem busier. You don't have to reach burnout to feel worthy of a break. Rest isn't weakness. It's recalibration. And sometimes the most magnetic thing you can do is nothing. Stop carrying everyone just because you used to. You've spent years being the strong one, the reliable one, the emotional load bearer. You carried family, friends, co-workers because you could. Because they needed you. Because no one else stepped up. But just because you used to doesn't mean you have to. Strength is not measured by how much weight you carry. It's measured by how wisely you choose what's actually yours to hold. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do is to put down what someone else was always meant to pick up. This doesn't mean you've stopped caring. It means you've stopped overfunctioning. You're not abandoning them. You're trusting them. And that finally is enough. Stop translating your worth into what you produce. You are not your output. You are not your checklist. You are not your email response time or your to-do list with everything crossed off. You are not a machine. You are a living, breathing field of potential and presence. It's intrinsic. It just is. This might feel radical in a world addicted to hustle, but there is nothing small about resting in your beingness. There is nothing lazy about honoring your joy. So stop translating your value into results. You were already enough before you got anything done today, and you'll still be enough tomorrow no matter what you accomplish. Stop apologizing for your boundaries just to seem nice. You don't owe anyone a soft tone when you're protecting your peace. You don't have to pad your no with 10 justifications and a nervous smile. Your boundaries are not rude. They're responsible. Being nice is not the same as being safe, and being kind doesn't mean being available all the time. Every time you water down your boundary to make it more palatable, you train the world to believe you're unsure. You teach people to push just a little harder next time. But when you say no clearly without guilt, without drama, you don't push people away. You attract those who respect clarity. Boundaries are how you stay honest with your energy. They're not barriers, they're invitations to real connection. The version of you who bends to be liked is tired. Let her rest. Let her be replaced by someone who knows. Being true is kinder than being agreeable. Stop holding on to plans that no longer match your energy. There was a time when that plan made perfect sense. That goal, that path, that version of your future, it felt aligned. It lit you up. But you've changed. And when your energy shifts, the things that once fit start to feel heavy. Obligations become burdens. Excitement turns into pressure. This isn't failure. It's evolution. You don't need to finish everything you started. You're allowed to pivot. You're allowed to say, that dream belonged to a past version of me. Some things were meant to get you moving, not to carry you forever. Your intuition isn't flaking out. It's updating the blueprint. And guess what? You don't need permission to change your mind. You just need to honor your frequency. When something no longer fits your energy, it's not wasteful to let it go. It's wise. Stop explaining yourself to those who only listen to respond. Have you ever spoken your truth, only to be met with a smirk, a rebuttal, or a quick, yeah, but not everyone listens to understand. Some listen to defend their narrative. Some listen only enough to reload their opinion and fire it back at you. And you gentle, thoughtful you. You keep offering explanations, thinking that clarity will create connection. But if someone is committed to misunderstanding you, even your most honest words will sound like noise. So stop over-explaining. Stop shrinking your truth to fit their comfort zone. You are not a press release. You are not a courtroom defense. You are a living experience. And that alone is reason enough to stand your ground. Save your clarity for people who hold it with care. Give your vulnerability to those who don't weaponize it. Speak your truth not for approval, but for your own alignment. Stop waiting for proof before you let yourself trust again. We've all been hurt, let down, disappointed by people, by systems, by life itself. So we get cautious. We build emotional firewalls. We tell ourselves, I'll trust again when it's safe. But the problem with waiting for proof is that trust isn't a result of evidence. It's a condition that allows evidence to show up. Trust is not blind optimism. It's conscious courage. It says, even though I've been hurt, I won't let that pain decide my future. It says, I believe something better is possible even if I haven't seen it yet. You don't have to trust everyone. You don't even have to trust all the time. But if you can trust your inner compass, you won't need constant guarantees from the outside world. Proof is wonderful, but presence, that's powerful. Stop thinking it's too late just because it took a while. You didn't miss your moment. You just took the scenic route. Maybe life interrupted your plans. Maybe you had to heal first. Maybe your soul was preparing something deeper than success, something sacred. We live in a culture obsessed with speed and youth. It tells us if you haven't done it by 30, 40, 50, you're behind. But behind what exactly? Growth isn't a race. It's a rhythm. and yours is divine. There are seeds that don't bloom until late summer. There are songs that don't make sense until the final chorus. You are not late. You are right on time for who you are now. The truth is, you were never meant to peak early. You were meant to rise with wisdom and stay. So stop watching the clock. Start honoring the timing of your truth. It's not too late. It's just finally time. Before we end, I have one request for you. In the comments, write down the version of your ideal self you want to become. There's a saying, when you give your dreams words, they start becoming real. And when you write them as if they've already come true, the universe listens even more powerfully. So go ahead, leave a comment about your dream life, written in the past tense, as if it already happened. The universe is always ready to hear your desires and bring them into form. Let your words flow into the comment section and send your vision out into the universe. And don't forget, when you see someone else's dream, celebrate it. By lifting each other up, the energy multiplies. From the bottom of my heart, I'm wishing for all your dreams to come true. Thank you so much for watching till the end. If you felt something today, please subscribe, give a like, and share your thoughts in the comments. I started this channel from Japan, hoping to help people around the world live better lives. My English might be a bit rough, but I hope you'll stay with me on this journey. This channel shares videos that help you understand how to live in the age of air just by listening. Subscribe so the next message finds you automatically. Thank you.